Welcome everyone to Mindful Moments, and today, Judith, we're tackling something I think almost every single listener has experienced, probably this week or even last night. What happens when you don't sleep? You know, that groggy, fuzzy feeling. It's more than just being tired, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, Mike. More than just being tired is an understatement. I mean, we've all pulled an all-nighter for an exam, or stayed up late binging a show, or had a newborn keeping us awake. And in the moment, you think, I'll just power through. But the repercussions, they're so much deeper than just needing an extra coffee the next day.
Yeah, it's like our body has this internal protest movement that starts kicking off. I remember in college, I thought I was invincible, studying all night, then going to class, maybe a quick nap if I was lucky. But my recall, my ability to actually process information in those morning lectures, non-existent. It was like reading gibberish.
Right? And that's just the immediate cognitive impact. Your brain literally can't consolidate memories or focus properly. It's like trying to run a marathon on a flat tire. Everything just grinds to a halt. You're physically there, but mentally, you're just not.
It's wild how quickly it affects your decision-making, too. I remember making some really questionable choices after a night of poor sleep. Like, is this a good idea? Probably not. Am I going to do it anyway? Yes, because my brain can't properly weigh the pros and cons right now.
Oh, tell me about it. I once bought a really expensive, completely unnecessary kitchen gadget after only a few hours of sleep. Woke up the next day like, what is this thing and why did I spend so much money on it? It's like your impulse control just vanishes into thin air.
Exactly. And it's not just big decisions, it's everyday stuff. You're more likely to snap at someone, forget where you put your keys, or even make mistakes at work that you'd never normally make. That feeling of being clumsy or just generally off.
Yeah, your mood takes a massive hit. You become irritable, short-tempered, and emotionally volatile. Things that wouldn't normally bother you suddenly become monumental frustrations. It's like your emotional regulation system just goes offline.
That's because your amygdala, the part of your brain that processes fear and emotion, actually becomes more reactive when you're sleep-deprived. So you feel things more intensely, and not usually in a good way. It's not just you being grumpy, it's a physiological response.
That makes so much sense. It's like you're operating with a frayed nerve. And then, on a more physical level, what about our immune system? I always feel like I'm more susceptible to getting sick after a few bad nights of sleep.
You're absolutely right. Sleep is crucial for your immune system. While you sleep, your body produces protective proteins called cytokines. When you're not getting enough rest, your body produces fewer of these cytokines, making you more vulnerable to infections and inflammation. It's why doctors always tell you to rest when you're sick. It's actively helping your body fight it off.
So basically, pulling an all-nighter isn't just making you tired. It's basically sending an open invitation to every bug and virus floating around. Thanks, sleep deprivation. And I've heard it affects metabolism too, doesn't it?
Bingo. Sleep deprivation messes with your hunger hormones. It increases ghrelin, which makes you feel hungry, and decreases leptin, which tells you when you're full. So you end up craving more food, especially sugary, high-carb stuff, even when your body doesn't actually need it. And then you have less energy to burn those calories off.
Which explains why, after a terrible night's sleep, all I want is a giant donut and a sugary coffee, not a salad and a green juice. It's a vicious cycle. You feel exhausted, so you reach for quick energy fixes, which then don't help your sleep, and it just repeats.
It truly is. And over time, this can lead to weight gain, and then you start looking at more serious long-term health risks. We're talking about things like an increased risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, and even type 2 diabetes.
That's quite sobering. It's not just about feeling a bit tired, it's about fundamentally undermining your health. And what about mental health? I know for me, if I'm not sleeping well, my anxiety levels just skyrocket. Everything feels amplified.
Absolutely. There's a really strong bidirectional relationship between sleep and mental health. Poor sleep can exacerbate existing mental health conditions like anxiety and depression, and conversely, these conditions can make it harder to sleep. It's a cruel loop. Lack of sleep can even trigger new episodes of anxiety or panic attacks in vulnerable individuals. It makes it harder for your brain to regulate those intense feelings.
So, we're talking about effects on cognition, mood, physical health, metabolism, and mental well-being. It sounds like there isn't a single system in your body that isn't affected by insufficient sleep. It really hammers home the idea that sleep isn't a luxury, it's a necessity.
It's foundational, think about it. During sleep, your brain literally cleans house. It flushes out metabolic waste products that accumulate during the day, including beta amyloid, which is linked to Alzheimer's disease. If you're not getting enough deep sleep, that cleaning process doesn't happen efficiently.
That's fascinating and also a bit terrifying. So it's not just about restoring energy, it's about actual maintenance and repair on a cellular level. It's like letting your car run without ever changing the oil. Eventually, something's going to break down.
A perfect analogy. And people often talk about catching up on sleep on the weekends, which is a nice idea, but you can't truly recover all the lost sleep. You can chip away at sleep debt, but the damage from chronic deprivation can't just be erased with one long lie-in.
Yeah, I've tried that. Sleep for 12 hours straight on a Saturday, and then Monday morning hits, and you're back to feeling sluggish. It's like trying to fill up a bathtub with a leaky faucet. You can add more water, but if the leak isn't fixed, you're still losing it.
Right. So what's the takeaway here, Judith? For our listeners who are constantly feeling the effects of not enough sleep, what's one piece of advice you'd give them beyond the obvious get more sleep?
I think it's about prioritizing it, really. It's easy to push sleep down the list because it feels unproductive. But understanding just how detrimental a lack of sleep is to every aspect of your life, your performance, your relationships, your health, shifts it from a nice-to-have to an absolute must-have. Maybe start with just adding an extra 15-30 minutes a night and see what a difference that makes. Small steps, you know?
That's great advice, Judith. Small, consistent changes are often the most sustainable. And remember, your body isn't just resetting when you sleep, it's actively repairing, rebuilding, and optimizing. So if you're not sleeping, you're literally preventing your body from doing its essential maintenance work.
It's true. So next time you're tempted to burn the candle at both ends, just remember everything we've talked about today. Give your body and your brain the respect and rest they deserve. You'll thank yourself for it.
Absolutely. Prioritize that sleep, folks. Your future self will be much happier, much sharper, and much healthier. Thanks for tuning in to Mindful Moments, and we'll catch you next time with more insights to help you live a better, more balanced life. Good night, or should I say, get a good night's sleep.
Exactly. Sweet dreams, everyone. Thanks for listening.